ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit, Subscribe,
Prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Legends figure review. Not a Marvel Legend, but the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series Bossk figure. If you're trying to pick this guy up, you can get my banner.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
I really thought that Bossk was really cool looking. He's a lizard man, and he's got his medallion right over there. He's number 10. And then look on the side, nothing. And then on the back right here, it says Bossk is one of the bounty hunters hired by Darth Vader to search for the Millennium Falcon and its rebel crew. Hey, there's Forlom. Anyway, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Bossk the bounty hunter out of the packaging. And a pretty cool looking figure. I have to say I like this one. I really like the sculpted details throughout. A lot of nice paint apps here too. And the articulation on the figure isn't too bad either. I don't know, I just think it's a really cool looking piece. You get a lot of wrinkles over there. Nice looking lizard man. You can see all the scales, which we'll look at in a second. And he does come with this rifle right over here. Now this rifle isn't actually really too detailed out. I don't see a whole lot of crazy details in this, especially the paint. You know, it's just a solid black piece. These straps came out looking pretty cool. You can see the little silver paint apps right there. You can see the little rivets throughout this strap, which I actually wish was just a little bit longer because you can't really get it hanging over his left shoulder while he's holding it at the same time. There's just not enough room here. Or I guess you could go like that. I think that works out actually. Now getting Bossk to hold his gun is a little tricky just because there's not too much space between this thumb and this finger right here. But you want to use this big open piece right there for the thumb section and then wedge the handle right in between there. And it's not too bad. So yeah, now he's holding that pretty well. Looks good. So I think they did a really good job on this head sculpt. That definitely looks like Bossk. I love all those sculpted reptile-y scales all over the place. I love the color variation. We get this very dark brown over the lighter brown right there. You can even see little tiny sculpted bumps right there on parts of the scales right there on the back of his head. I really dig that. He does have an articulated jaw, which I think is cool, and I like how they curled the tongue up just a little bit right there. I think the paint app came out really nice right around the eye section. The teeth look pretty solid, and then the jaw articulation is pretty limited. I wish it could close all the way. It kind of opens up a little bit on its own right there, but still very cool that we get that jaw articulation. I like that. And as I mentioned earlier, I really do like the paint sculpt on this figure. A lot of nice wrinkles. The paint apps came out very clean. Nice silver right over here. One part that is kind of weird though is this little tube piece. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be yellow on top of this white piece. I like the deco right there for the shoulders. I think that looks pretty good. And come around the back, you can see it gets a little splotchy, but like I said, this is the only part that gets a little bit weird for me. Other than that, I think it looks great, man. I like the nice little silver details right over here. This very much reminds me of Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter suit, you know? And then I like the scales, man. Damn. I just really like the way this is sculpted, even on the back of the hand over here. Damn, I'm just really digging this a lot. You can see them keeping up with the silver paint apps right over there. And yeah, we get those long toenails. Ooh, secret toes on the back. And he does have pickles at the bottom of his feet. So I really like the articulation on this guy. You can get him into poses that we never saw in the movie. Anyway, he cannot look up too much. Just a little bit like that. He gets hindered by this back collar piece, but there is a disc hinge right there. So he can look down pretty far, which is actually really good because he's standing on that platform with the little toesies hanging off. Anyway, his shoulders move outward. They move forward. He bends not quite 90 degrees at the elbow, and he rotates at the elbow. He has a wrist swivel, and the hinges on the wrist move side to side like rolling the dice, you know, so you get that motion on both of these. He does have a diaphragm joint that barely rotates. I wish we got more rotation right over here, just a little bit, and it's hard for it to stay. Yeah, so that's a little disappointing and not really a pivot. He does have these hip joints though that move out that far. These straps kind of hinder it a little bit. You get that much movement. He kicked forward quite a bit, moved back not really too much. He has an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He does have a calf rotation right here. The ankles move down only that much, and they move up, and he has an ankle pivot. So Bossk is standing at about 6 1/4 inches tall. And then here's the figure compared to my Power of the Force 3 3/4 inch Bossk figure. Not too bad on the paint apps on this old figure. Then here's Bossk compared to a couple other bounty hunters. We have Greedo and my SDCC Boba Fett over there, and I think these all stand pretty well together. And then here's Bossk next to Han Solo in his Stormtrooper disguise, and of course here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So I think this is a really cool figure. I think all the bounty hunters from Star Wars Empire Strikes Back are awesome. I don't know, there's this cool mystique about them. You don't really see them do much, but they look cool. And which one is your favorite bounty hunter after Boba Fett? Everybody's favorite is probably Boba Fett. Mine, I think, is either Bossk or Forlom. bomb. IG-88's really cool. Dengar is okay. He looked tired. But anyway, I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button right over there. Check out my last 2 videos right over here. And don't forget to go to toynewseye.com for the latest in action figure news and a photo gallery of images from this review. And just so you guys know, I will be going to Star Wars Celebration with the lovely Charlita 1. We'll be covering stuff over there. So hope to find you there if you're going. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
Here's Bossk compared to our other 16